Yo, this is Tyler Davis, and today I want to take a second to talk to you about your financial fitness. How do you keep showing up financially? One of the biggest ways is to invest in yourself, and especially right now with the wild stuff going on in the mortgage industry, a lot of people are, let's say, hesitant. They're wondering if they should wait. So let's take a look at the black and white. What are the numbers telling us? What is the cost? So let's run down through some of the numbers. If the property value today is at $250,000, we're looking at a 30-year mortgage. Let's say you're putting 10% down. Let's say interest rates are gonna be at 7. Let's just leave all that stuff the same. Average property taxes, homeowners insurance. So what's that gonna look like if you end up waiting? Let's just break it down in 6-month increments. So let's say we wait for 6 months. It's not gonna be a massive difference. What you're gonna notice there is $16 a month in difference in monthly payment. Now what's that look like over a year? $193 annually. So let's break that down for another year. $53 more you're gonna pay per month by waiting if the interest rates stay the same. And a big reason for that is property values are gonna continue to rise. That's definitely what everybody is forecasting. Now, everybody's talking about everything's changing in the market. One of the big things is property values are not necessarily gonna stop increasing. It's just the rate at which they had been increasing, because property values had went up so quickly, so fast over the last couple of years. So let's look all the way out to if we're gonna wait 3 years. What's that gonna look like? Now let's look at not only the monthly payment, but how much are you gonna have to bring to the closing table? Because that's something that we gotta factor in too. Because what you gotta look at is how much is that property gonna appreciate over time. So over that 3 years, how much more value, how much appreciation are you gonna lose out on by waiting? So in this scenario that we're gonna look at here in Allen County, the loss in property appreciation is over $29,000, and loss in amortization, which is gonna be how much equity you're gonna make over the payments you're gonna make in that 3 years, is just over $7,000 for a total of $36,000. So when you sit back and really think about that, man, you gotta be willing to bet on yourself. You gotta be willing to invest on yourself, because really, you're paying a mortgage either way. You're either paying your own mortgage or you're paying your landlord's mortgage. It's one or the other. The interest rate on rent is always 100%. Another thing that we gotta think about is how much cash is gonna be required for that. So if we wait for 6 months, $252 more at the closing table, because the value is gonna be up a little higher. Down payments are always based on the purchase price of that home. So again, let's run it out to that 3 years. Almost $3,000 more is gonna be required at closing time, because the value at which you're gonna buy that property at is gonna be that much higher, because that much has appreciated. Now, had you made that jump and invested in yourself today, all of that equity will be gained. So let's say this is a starter home, which a lot of times a first home is. You're gonna stay there 3 to 5 years. In this scenario, how much are you gonna walk away with now? Let's say as a seller, you're gonna pay some realtor fees and things like that. You're still gonna, approximately 20 grand that you're gonna be able to roll into that new property to take that step up, which is what we're all trying to do. That's one of the big reasons why investing in real estate, investing in yourself, is just breaking it down, looking at the numbers and doing it strategically. That's why it's so important to reach out to your lender and have that conversation way ahead of time. Don't wait until you find the house that you fall in love with. Have that conversation with your lender way ahead of time. Be proactive about it. That's the way you're gonna keep showing up for yourself. Don't get stuck sitting around on the sideline. Get in the game. If you ever wanna have a conversation about your financial fitness and the cost of waiting and how that might look for you and the impacts it might have on your family, I am never too busy to help out.